Okay, so it says at the end of row 2 that you turn, so turn your work over, and we're now going to attach yarn D. We're going for some pink. We're going to attach that into the space between the first and second treble of the first group. So let me just zoom you in. So into this space here. Do you like the way I've matched my nails with my tutorial? Did that on purpose. I didn't really. Okay, so yarn D in there, and we're going to chain 3 to count as our first stitch, and then we are going to work 2 treble into the same space. So 2 treble into the same space where you attached your yarn. So that's your first granny stitch group, and then you are going to work 3. Let's just give myself a bit of yarn. We're going to work 3 treble into the space between the 2 treble group, which is the one your stitch marker's in, and this granny stitch group here. So into that space there. So we're going to work 3 treble into there. It gets less confusing as it goes on. I think the first row is probably the most confusing. And then we're going to take out our stitch marker, work 2 treble into the raglan space, the raglan increase. Okay, put our stitch marker back in so we don't forget where it is. We're going to work 3 treble in the space directly after it. I think my method of crocheting makes it extremely hard to watch because I jiggle my wool around quite a lot. And then you're going to 3 treble into there and into there. Okay, so we'll do that, and I'll meet you at the shoulder increase. Okay, so I'm at my first shoulder decrease, not increase as I just said. And what you're going to do is miss the space before the 2 treble group. So miss this space here. You're going to 3 treble into the space between the 2 trebles, miss this space here. So we're going to shape the shoulder by skipping a group, and we're going to miss the space after and go straight into there. So we're at the end of round 3, and we're just going to take out our last stitch marker and work 2 treble into the raglan space for our last raglan increase. Put the stitch marker back in, and we're going to work 3 treble into the space between the 2 treble group and the last granny stitch group. That's how we're bringing our front neck round. And now we're going to work 3 treble into the space between the second and third stitch of our last group. This is our last group. It's the second stitch, that's the third. So our last 3 treble group is going to go into there. Oops. And now we're going to fasten off. And that's the end of row 3. So we're going to turn our row and start row 4. You're going to attach yarn E into the space between the first and the second treble, so that's in that space there. And you're going to chain 3 to count as your first stitch. And you're going to 2 treble into the same space. Remember, this is US doubles. Okay, and then you're going to 3 treble into the next space. Three treble into the next space, the one right before the 2 treble group. So your front's now got 3 groups, and you're going to take out your stitch marker, 2 treble into your raglan group, your raglan space, put the stitch marker back in, 3 treble into this space, the space right after it, and continue to 3 treble around. So I'm at the end of row 4. I've worked my last 2 treble raglan group, put my stitch marker in, worked 3 treble, 3 treble and 3 treble in between the second and third stitch of the last group.